What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Real Fan Sports. My name is Zach. We're back with some more F1 reactions today. Today is not necessarily an entertaining one. It's not your Rocket Power Mohawk. It's not your Rick's F1 addiction. It's something that's going to help me learn just a little bit more about F1. What we're going to check out today is a video created by a channel called Neo. Make sure y'all go check them out. Link below in the description. It's called How a Formula One Pit Stop Works. So I'm going to listen in. Looks like it's a pretty good video and try to figure out if I can work out how this whole system goes and, learn a thing or two for once instead of just laugh at memes. Let's do it.
This is a Formula One pit stop in real time. Within just 2.5 seconds, all 4 tires are changed and even the car's setup was modified. And to understand how that is possible, I've animated the entire thing so we can take a look at it.
Really cool animation, by the way. This channel is pretty cool. I don't know what other kind of stuff they do. I'll have to look into it, but this is really sick.
In slow motion.
I like that.
The first factor determining the speed of the stop is how well the driver manages getting into the pits.
Okay.
Every pit lane has a strict speed limit. On tracks with particularly tight or short layouts like Monaco, the speed is capped at 60 kilometers an hour. But on most circuits, it's 80 or about 50 mph. In order to lose little time, the driver tries to brake as late as possible when entering the pit lane. Once past this line, the driver presses a dedicated button on the steering wheel that locks the car to the speed limit. Next, the driver
See, these like little things that I didn't know. Like, I know they got a whole bunch of buttons. Maybe I could find a video that like, I know or at least I believe every driver's wheel is like a little bit different, designed a little bit differently for them. But maybe I could find a video that explains like what all the buttons actually do and stuff like that. Like, I like to get into more of these kind of things with the F1. I know the videos don't do as good, but like that way I don't look like such a jackass when I'm reacting to all these other content creators. Like, I really don't like stealing their content. I know we get those comments all the time where it's like, oh, you're just mooching off of them. It's like, well, not really. It's like people are asking us to, but I do want to know more. So I need to find some more things like this. So if y'all know anything that's like more educational about F1 and maybe more specific things, like maybe a video on like, the difference between, hards and soft tires, maybe the difference with the size of the wings. I always hear about people saying, oh yeah, the build of that car looks bad, like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it does, sure. Like, I have no idea. So maybe some things like that would be really cool to get recommended to us, either in the comments, preferably on our Discord. It's easier for me to find it that way. But anyway, I didn't know they had a button that automatically sets speed. Pretty cool.
The driver turns into the box and has to place the car as precise as possible, as the entire pit crew is positioned with pinpoint accuracy. If the driver overshoots even slightly, the whole team has to adjust, stepping forward to compensate and wasting valuable time. To help the driver nail their mark, teams use a mechanical arm with an arrow in the pit box, and the perfect stop happens when the front tires line up exactly beneath that arrow. One of the boldest roles in the pit crew belongs to the front jack operator. This person stands directly—
Can you imagine if like the brakes just gave out or something like that? Dude's toast.
In front of the car, positioning the front jack so that it catches just a bit of momentum from the nose cone as the car comes to a halt. Then, in one smooth motion, the operator lifts the car from the front. At the same time, behind the car, the rear jack operator gets into position. Since they need to leave room for the car to enter, they're slightly slower than the front jack, but the moment the car stops, they also slide a jack into place, lifting the back wheels. Meanwhile, on either side of the car, 2 stabilizers step in. Their job is to absorb the sudden jolts from lifting, making sure it's perfectly aligned for the stop.
That's interesting. So I didn't know what they were doing there. I thought maybe they might have, it might have been more of like, I don't know if coaching is the right word, but like, I thought it might have been more of like, they're giving information to the driver directly right now or something like that. But I guess the fact that it only takes 2.5 seconds, you're not really telling them much. Like, I didn't know what exactly they were doing, but they're actually stabilizing it stabilizing the jerk motion. That's interesting. That's cool.
Is to absorb the
I
sudden
guess it's not
jolts
cool, but
from
I just didn't know
lifting, making sure it's perfectly aligned for the stop. For changing the actual tires, the wheel change crew consists of 12 people, 3 for
So 3 for each side.
tire. At the center of each team is the person holding the wheel gun. Even before the car stops, this person
And it's just one. Yeah, it's just one.
is tracking its movement, aligning themselves so they can instantly lock onto the wheel nut and apply torque the moment they get a chance. Unlike regular car wheels, which are typically fastened with 5 bolts, an F1 tire is secured with just one single lug nut, precision manufactured with multiple pawls that the wheel gun can lock onto. The wheel gun
That was literally what I was just about to ask. I was wondering, well, I saw there was a bunch of different ridges and stuff, so I guess the gun could catch it a little bit better. But I was also curious if it was a thing where, like, if they ever had it to where it's stripped it, or caught at a weird angle and it snapped. I would assume not, but just a thought, because I know I've accidentally done that with one of my lug nuts on one of my car. I don't know what the hell happened, but I went to go loosen it and the whole damn bolt snapped off.
guns themselves are custom made for this purpose and require immense strength to operate. That is because they can spin at up to 15,000 RPM, enough force to rip it right out of your hands if you aren't ready for it. Since a couple of years, the front of each wheel gun features an LED ring that shows the real-time status to the operator. The exact color coding varies from team to team, but in our example, the gun initially glows white, indicating that it is in loosening mode. As soon as the tire is loose and the gunman releases the trigger, the wheel gun then automatically switches its mode. The LED changes from white to blue, and the gun has entered its tightening mode, meaning the next time the trigger is pulled, it will spin in the opposite direction.
So it just must be a natural sensor where you press it once, it loosening, let go, tightening, once, let go, loosening. Is that how that goes? That's pretty cool.
As this is happening, the person in front of the tire quickly moves it aside. And in perfect synchronization, the person behind is bringing the fresh tire into position so that the wheel gun operator can begin tightening it. The wheel gun automatically detects when the wheel is fully secured, and the LED ring now lights up green. As soon as that happens, the gunman presses a button on the gun, sending an electronic confirmation that their task is complete. While all of this is unfolding, the front jack operator has already stepped aside to clear the space for the car's release. The jack is designed to keep the car lifted up while it swivels out of place. And once they're in a safe position, the jack operator presses a button on the jack to confirm they're also ready. Each of these button presses serves one purpose: to ensure that every key function signals when they're done. The driver, in the meantime, isn't watching the crew. They are focused on a traffic light in front of them, and until every single crew member has pressed their button, it will remain red.
Yeah, so he's got to be locked in just like as if it's you're just starting the race, waiting for the light to turn green.
Because while the front tires are done, the rears still need to be secured. These often take slightly longer to finish, simply because the rear jack lifts the car a fraction of a second later than the front jack. And on top of that, the rear tires are larger and heavier than the front ones, making them a bit trickier to handle. Sometimes, a driver will have radioed in a message that they'd like their front wing to be adjusted during the stop. If that is the case, two mechanics step in from the front of the car, each carrying a pre-programmed torque driver. They insert it into designated holes on the front wing, and the torque driver rotates a screw by a precise number of turns, adjusting the angle of the front wing, which changes the car's aerodynamics.
Like the fact that everything is so pre-decided and is pre-factored in, by the tools that they're using, it's just really interesting to me. Like I wouldn't say I didn't know it was possible. I just didn't know that it was an actual thing. Like that's what they used. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but like I always thought when you're taking out the wheel, it was just like you just knew like it takes a breath, whatever, tenth of however long it takes, whatever to go ahead and get that loose and to pull it out. And then to go again, and you just, you felt it. Oh, okay, it's tight. Done. Go. I didn't realize it's so coordinated by like the colors and everything like that. And then you have the tools that are able to adjust the wings, and it's predetermined. So it's just stick it in and then just press a button and it automatically does it for them. Do y'all like that part of it? Like that has been so futurized like that. Whereas I'm assuming that this is somewhat newer technology. I couldn't guess when, but like I'm assuming back, 80s or something like that, I would suppose, maybe even 90s, they didn't have that technology, so they had to do it on their own. It's interesting.
Just as these adjustments are done, the rear tires are also secured. All 4 gunmen have signaled they're done, and the front jack operator has given the all clear. But for safety reasons, the light doesn't switch to green automatically. Instead, the crew chief, who oversees everything, provides the final confirmation. Only when all has gone to plan, and when the pit lane is clear with no other cars blocking the exit, does the crew chief...
Bro, even the damn pit crew has to have godlike or cat-like reflexes. They gotta do all this stuff quick as hell. We talk about the drivers. I guarantee some of the pit crew members have better reflexes than other athletes in the sports world. That's crazy.
Press the button. The front jack drops the car, the light turns green, and the car takes off.
Yo.
All that in just 2.5 seconds. In Formula 1, clear communication can make or break a race, and the same is also true in aviation. And what happens when communication goes bad is what I explore in my full-length video about the Tenerife disaster.
Okay, all right, so I think this is just him upcoming his next video. Look, go ahead and check out Neo. I don't exactly know what he does. Like, actually, I'm going to click over and see. Looks like he just creates educational short documentaries about topics range from politics, geography, media, society, and obviously like engineering and technology as well. Pretty sick. I don't know how I've never heard of this channel. I'm going to subscribe to it because I just think this is actually quite neat. Y'all go ahead and do the same if y'all would like to. The link's down below in the description. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for tuning in. If there's anything you'd like to add to this video, some context that Neo might have missed, let me know down in the comments. And if there's anything as far as educational videos, any ideas of things that I can either search or videos that you already have seen and think would be a good one for me to watch to learn, go ahead and shoot them to us either in the comments or, like I said, preferably in the Discord channel. That link is in the description as well. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.